Well, today's parade wouldn't happen without the dedication and without the passion of the NPRDP Board of Directors.
And joining us now is someone who always goes that extra mile, make today so special. Board member, former board chair, Luis Maldonado. Luis,
Yes.
how's it going for you today?
He's happy the day has finally arrived.
Told you, I can't wait till Monday.
No, of course, for sure. You know, we're excited about today, but we can't wait for Monday.
That's right.
Talk to us about the theme for this year. Puerto Rico and heart.
Yeah, Boricua de Corazón. That really means Puerto Rico in my heart. No matter where I go, no matter where I live, I'm Puerto Rican. And that's very much the case with the groups that we're honoring today, from San Germán all the way to Hawaii. No matter where we are in this country, in this world, we're all Puerto Rican at heart.
Whose idea was that?
Those are the boards collectively, and specifically a creative, the artist. His name is Jorge Calderon,
right?
And he's the one that came up with the theme and the graphic design.
And you guys said, "I like it. Let's run with it."
Yeah.
I love the idea because, particularly, you're generation after generation, either moving to the island or coming back to the island, and there's a lot of separation in many ways, but that doesn't change how we feel or how we identify culturally.
That's right. That's why we, rather than using diaspora, we like to say patria extendida, the extended homeland, right?
Yes.
While we talk about un pueblo, muchas voces, one people, many voices. It's about unity and collectiveness.
Right.
You know what I love? Every year, we've hosted it now, I don't know how many years together. I learn something new every single year.
Yeah, it's an education.
San Germán had no idea. It's the honored municipality. What I also didn't know is that Hawaii has so many Puerto Ricans. Why choose those two?
Well, I'm going to give you another interesting fact. Hawaii is the first diaspora community. So the first group to actually leave Puerto Rico to go work the sugar cane plantations in the early 1900s.
Wow.
And so that's why there's such a large community there.
Wow, and then you have San Germán.
It's one of the oldest municipalities in the country, 450 years old, and they're celebrating that.
But in terms of Hawaii, I think it's a perfect timing, considering what they've gone through 10 months ago, to lift them up, to give them a voice, and if people want to lend a helping hand with the rebuilding and the recovery, let's do it.
That's right. We've been wanting to honor them since 2016, I think. But it takes some time and planning, obviously. But it really aligned this year because of the Maui fires. We wanted to keep it part of our discourse so that people don't forget about it. They still need help. And so please, if anybody's out there that can help, let's all support.
Look at how far we have come since the pandemic. Remember that show we did? And we just couldn't celebrate the way we wanted to. We still did a show, and we still celebrated for our honor. But look at now. When you look down at the crowd right now and all the floats that have been part of it, it's just a great turnout.
Well, and that's why we wanted to do the show. We could have said, okay, no show this year, but we needed to deliver for the people, both in 2020 and 2021.
Now, let me ask you this, because there are two special tributes this year. One to the legacy of Puerto Rican folklore dance, which has been beautiful, especially bomba and everything. But another to the Puerto Rican tree frog, el coqui. Anybody who's been to Puerto Rico has been kept up by coqui, right? What do you have planned for these tributes?
Well, there's a nice little feature that I don't think is aired yet.
No, it's coming up.
Right? And it's just lovely because it also starts with a Taino myth, really, and then goes into real life, right? And then when it comes to the other tributes, we also have features for those as well.
And Baile Folklórico, that was a big part of today's parade.
That's right.
You guys made a concerted effort to
the Baile Folklórico is one of the many ways that we preserve and promote culture and pass it down to the next generation. And there's no better way to do it than to highlight these groups, especially the Cepeda family. 8 generations of carrying on this tradition of bomba y flema.
I understand you actually have a personal connection to the Hawaii story.
I was born there. I forgot to say that. I was born in Hawaii.
You forgot to say that. That's pretty important.
I was born there because my dad was in the Navy. So while I'm not technically part of that community, I sort of feel Hawaiian at heart. Right?
Yes. Oh, beautiful.
Awesome. And every year you're going to find another location. And as Sonny said, this parade is so much a history lesson for the community at large, but also for Puerto Riqueños también. I mean, we don't get taught in our school system enough about the history of the island and where we have come since then from the artists. And it's not just the celebrities, because those are the easy ones. The Jennifer Lopez's, the Ramon Rodriguez's. What about the astrophysicists who we're honoring this year? The teachers, the musicians, all the different
Emilio Colon, a virtuoso cellist. And that was very intentional. We wanted to show, yes, the celebrities everybody gets excited about, but we wanted to also show all the other fields where Boricuas really do excel and contribute.
Yeah.
There's another thing I wanted to tell you about Boricua at heart.
Yes.
There's a story when my family came back from Hawaii when I was about 3 years old. My grandfather used to tease me and say, "Tú eres hawaiano," and I'm like, "I'm Puerto Rican." 3 years
Don't
old.
take that away from me.
That tells you Boricua de corazón is instilled in all of us very early.
Yes, very early.
All right, Luis, un placer. Gracias. Thank you for what you're doing. Monday's coming, by the way.
Thank you for all you guys do.
Oh, please.
Congratulations. You're going to start next year planning right now, right?
On Tuesday. On Tuesday. Relax on Monday.
Take a day off.
Let's learn a little bit more about where Luis was born in Hawaii. Take a look.
The Puerto Rican community in Hawaii actually was founded in the late 1800s when their ancestors moved from Puerto Rico to Hawaii to work in the sugarcane plantations there because of the expertise they had of working sugarcane in Puerto Rico. And so that's really where it started, and they still are very vibrant and active today in terms of celebrating their culture and history. I think one of the things people need to realize about the Hawaiian Puerto Ricans is that they are the first diaspora community. We're really excited to have Hawaii as our stateside municipality this year, not only to celebrate their culture and their history and the way that they've been able to keep our heritage and our music and our food alive today, but also to keep Maui in our collective conversation and our narrative and in our hearts and our minds to be able to support, because they're still recovering from those fires just the way that Puerto Rico is continuing to recover from Hurricane Maria. Our theme is Boricua de Corazón. They certainly embrace that and symbolize that and exemplify Boricua de Corazón. They're very brave people, very courageous in terms of making that trip, and yet over 100 years later, they're still able to identify as Boricua. They're still very proud of it. And for all those reasons, we want to tell their story and honor them this year.
Welcome back to the National Puerto Rican Day Parade on 5th Avenue in New York City. Our next special recognition dance group is the Arreto Ballet Folclórico Nacional de Puerto Rico. Founded by Ricardo Alegría and the Institute of Puerto Rican Culture. It was really dedicated the official folkloric ballet of Puerto Rico back in 1983. Now, to introduce Arreto's performance, the Institute's current executive director, Carlos Ruiz Cortez, has a special message.
Saludos, New York. Cuando de movimiento se trata, Puerto Rico tiene una gran herencia cultural en esta disciplina. Recordando que desde que los cronistas españoles llegaron a Puerto Rico, ya nuestros indígenas bailaban su areito. Este baile ha trascendido al día de hoy con grandes influencias africanas, europeas, americanas. Y utilizando el nombre Areito nace lo que es la compañía folclórica de la cual hoy reconocemos. Esto de la mano del Instituto de Cultura Puertorriqueña. Para la década del 60 se funda esta compañía, del cual homenajea el legado cultural del movimiento en Puerto Rico. Felicidades.
Nacional Ballet Folklórico. Special recognition for them at this year's National Puerto Rican Day Parade here in New York City.
And the float that they came with here, as you can see, and they're represented by GFR Media, Junte Boricua. It's a family business, leading communications company in Puerto Rico. Its initiative aims to create what they say is the most significant tourism initiative in Puerto Rico in recent years. And boy, they've got so many wonderful locations to be proud of.
Yeah, the main target of Junte Boricua is the Puerto Rican diaspora in the United States, which currently constitutes close to half of all island tourists.
And I think it's important to note that Junte Boricua is hosting a contest to win a trip to Puerto Rico and enjoy the closing of Junte Boricua at the La Campechada.
Yes, Campechada,
right? Event organized by the Puerto Rican Institute of Culture. So you can actually win a trip to Puerto Rico.
That woman right there, Carmen Jovet, became the first female news anchor on Puerto Rican television in 1968. Man, she looks fabulous.
Yeah,
she is known across the island. La Mujer Noticia. Man, has she been recognized. You talk about groundbreaking work as a journalist.
Really?
Oh, my goodness. She has received just about every award that you can make. She's got an honorary doctorate in criminal justice from right here, Dante College of Criminal Justice in New York. She is still very active on television and radio.
She is. And
she is just fabulous. Yeah.
And as you can see right there, that is Zafra Maria Ocasio Espinosa, better known as Zafra Borla, the award-winning singer-songwriter, producer, multi-instrument, born in Bayamon, Puerto Rico.
Qué bueno.
And she was the first female percussionist to receive a full scholarship, by the way, to the prestigious Berklee College of Music, where she successfully completed her bachelor's degree.
Yes, fantastic. And good to have Bayamon recognized for something other than El Tapón de Bayamon, the traffic jam that develops there.
And we should mention, she has performed.
All right, we're going to pause you here. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more of the 67th Annual National Puerto Rican Day Parade.